Good morning, everybody. It's Ginger. Excuse my sleepy eyes and horrible hair. I wanted to make this video before I really got up and moving and kind of just lost where my brain was about everything. So I restarted medication. I never did get my period, but my levels evened out and my lining was back to where it was. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. About a week ago. So my coordinator at the clinic said that we could restart medications, which we did. They absolutely increased my estrogen exponentially, really, it seems like. Whereas previously I would be taking 2 estradiols a day, basically 4 milligrams a day, and every third day taking a shot of estradiol. They started me out with the 4 milligrams of estradiol. They increased the injectable estradiol and they placed me on an estrogen patch. It looks almost exactly like a nicotine patch, and it goes on my abdomen and it stays there for 3 days. I was hopeful this time, a lot more so, because I had had a lot of discharge with the last medication cycle. It was very mucusy. It doesn't look like infection at all. It's just mucus, and which can be normal in women, except there was a lot of it, and that's ultimately what canceled the transfer last time, is that the mucus was getting in the way of the lining thickness. So they increased my medications. They said this happened last year as well. They increased my medications this time, and hopefully the increase will kick out the fluid. So I went actually to my clinic this time instead of doing it at home, because we were in California for vacation this weekend. Went to the clinic and did it there, got to speak with a nurse practitioner. Again, I cannot say enough good things about the staff in Dr. Kolb's office. Got to finally meet my coordinator. I haven't really had a chance to meet her because she's new for this cycle, and they were super awesome. Explained everything to me, explained what was going on, answered all my questions. So basically, the fluid is still there, and I have noticed a progressive increase in mucus production since starting the hormones. It had gone away while we were waiting. It was about 2 months that we waited for my period, and it had gone away. So I was like, yes, it's gonna do it this time. Except once I started the estrogen, it started back up. And I told the NP that when she did my ultrasound, and she said it's absolutely still in there. You could see it. It looks like a little pocket of air, but it's not. And I told the coordinator as well, and she said essentially what's happening is the fluid's getting in the way of the uterine lining. So my lining was a 4 trimilinear last week, and this week I think she said it's still a 4, and there's far more fluid than there was. So she didn't look she didn't have that super good look. I mean, I know that look that medical providers give when they want to say something, but they're trying to sugarcoat it. And I'm like, you can just be honest with me here. So we've increased medications yet again. I'm on 6 milligrams of estrogen every day, plus the injectable every third day. Oh my god, sorry you guys. And they've increased that dose as well. And she said basically we can go to one of 2 ways. We can increase medication and hope that the fluid goes away, or we can scratch the cycle yet again and do another sonohystogram, which is where they push the saline into your uterus to make sure that there's no polyps or adhesions or anything funky going on in there. She said that is definitely the more aggressive method than just increasing the medications. She said it's going to depend on what the doctor wants to do and what the family would like to do. So, it is what it is. They obviously chose the medications route. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm gonna be real honest. As she was standing there talking to me, I was real concerned that maybe it wasn't gonna work again. Like maybe I'm not gonna be able to do this. I didn't have any fears at all last year when we transferred. Everything worked perfectly. I had a little bit of fluid in my uterus, but it went away as soon as we upped the dosage, and the lining got to an 11 millimeter lining. And this time I haven't gotten past a 6, is what she told me, what's in my chart. So I mean, something has changed from last year to this year. I don't really know what it is. I mean, there's been no change on my end that I'm aware of. I mean, and that's what I told her. There's no change in sexual partners. There's no change in sexual habits. There's no change in medications that I've been taking. I mean, the only other change is they changed my birth control, but I haven't been on birth control for almost 4 months. So I mean, and it seems to be revolving around the estrogen therapy. I've not had any new complaints with my body. I tend to listen to it real well, and I haven't had any new complaints, and I'm not 100% what's going on with it. And that bothers me. It's real uncomfortable. It's making me doubt myself. I really, honestly, wanted to cry when I came out of the office, because I'm concerned that if it doesn't respond, either the parents are going to say, okay, it's time to find another surrogate, or I'm going to morally and, just my internal feelings about it go, okay, it's time to find another surrogate, because I'm just spending these people's money, and I could have somebody whose body's going to respond quickly, and they could have their baby on the way already. And that's real hard for me, because I really want to do this. I really want to do this. Like, I'm 32, you guys. I'm almost 33, and I've wanted to do this since I had my first when I was 17. Like, I knew what surrogacy was at 17, and I thought this was the most amazing experience. I want to do this for somebody else. I want to give this, give somebody this, I hate to say it, but gift. I mean, that's what it is. And I feel real cheesy saying gift, you guys. But, I mean, it's important to me. I fought long and hard to be able to do this. Like, my husband was very uncomfortable with it at first, and I took a lot of education on his part because he didn't quite understand what it all meant. And, I mean, I've been at this for over a year, and last year everything worked like it should, and this time it seems like nothing is working. And that's very difficult, very difficult. It makes me feel like my body is failing me, and it makes me not have confidence in my body. I mean, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and I don't know how to fix it. I've gotten suggestions on what to do for it. But it's hard to take those suggestions when you're under the care of a very expensive, very well-trained reproductive endocrinologist who does this all the time, and you are potentially farting around with essentially what could be hundreds of thousands of dollars and somebody else's child. I mean, there are easy suggestions like drink lots of pomegranate juice and take a Benadryl every day, and raspberry leaf tea. Somebody else said pineapple, which I was very excited to see. But I mean, things like taking the Benadryl, I mean, I legally, I can't take a Benadryl without talking to my RE first, because it's in my contract that I have to have all medications approved. I think I might contact him today, because I do suffer from some congestion, and I can feel it in my face as well, and it's been constant. And that, honestly, that's the only thing I can think of, is that maybe it's just overall mucus congestion, and maybe a decongestant will calm it all down. That's my thought on the process. But again, I'm not trained in this. I only know what I go through here, so I don't know. Right now we're increasing doses, and we're gonna try again, but I'm not really sure. I didn't even make it to the progesterone level. Our original tentative transfer date was July 7th, and I really did go into this with positive thoughts. I'm a firm firm believer, you guys, of positive thinking and the power of positive thought. And I went into it with those good positive thoughts, thinking this is going to work. This is going to do it. We got this. And then the discharge started up again, and I kind of tracked it, just in my head, and it seems like it just keeps picking up more and more, and it seems to be centered around the injections. And by the time it's time for the next injection, it's slowed down a lot. And this is similar to what happened last year. And I brought it to the attention of my clinic coordinator. Last year it was similar in the sense that I would take an injection and within 24 hours I would bleed again, like I was starting my period. And it wasn't until they increased my dose significantly that the bleeding would stop. So it was almost like the injections were inducing a period. And that's exactly what's happening here, except this time, instead of a false period, I'm getting the discharge. So, I mean, I told them that. I'm not really sure. She did say, I asked her, what kind of things could cause this, and how do we fix it, and is it something I need to have looked at beforehand? And she said, polyps or adhesions could do it, and if it was that, they could just remove it and keep going. So we'll see. I'll update you guys when I get my next ultrasound, which should be at the end of the week. So I'll be home on Friday, I believe. So yeah, look forward to hearing back from you guys. Some positive thoughts and good wishes and prayers if you give them, and whatever else you can think of would be super awesome, because my confidence is waning, and I'm getting a little down on myself, and I just don't know. Not sure. Not really sure what to do here. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye.